Hi, I'm Pete, CEO at Elementl, and today I'm going to talk to you about dagster-airflow 1.0, but before I do that, I want to talk to you about something else. I want to talk to you about technology evaluation. So when you're going to bring in a new technology into an organization, you really need to answer two important questions. The first is this the ideal end state? When you think about when the technology is fully implemented, does this solve your problems in a way that resonates with you? And not just you, the team bringing in the technology, but also your stakeholders. They're really important too. And the second question you have to answer is there a timely and practical path to implement this technology? Oftentimes, you'll see a technology that looks really great, but the chances of actually implementing that at work are really, really low because it just requires so much work in order to make that transition. And you have to make that transition at the same time you're maintaining the old stuff, and that can be just too much work for a team bringing in and evaluating a new technology. So when we talked to a bunch of Airflow shops over the last year, what we heard was they really liked Dagster, and they thought that Dagster could be the ideal end state for them. And hopefully Sandy convinced you of that data and ML practitioners really could benefit from a lot that we bring to the table with Dagster. But this second question, the timely and practical path to get there, was a real hang-up for them. There was a lot of existing Airflow code, and maintaining Airflow at the same time you're kind of spinning up a parallel evaluation of Dagster and potentially running two parallel stacks for some period of time was just too much work for them. So over the last couple quarters, we've invested a lot of time and effort into building dagster-airflow 1.0, which we think solves these problems. And I'm going to tell you about it right now. So with dagster-airflow 1.0, you run your Airflow DAGs natively on Dagster. You can extend them with software-defined assets. So you're not only running your existing Airflow code on Dagster, you can build on top of it and reuse it. You don't need to modify your Airflow code at all. And you don't need to run your old Airflow instances either. So this runs entirely within Dagster. And the best part about this is it actually works. We support the majority of features in Airflow, including schedules and XComs and things like that. There are a couple limitations, as we are just at 1.0 at this point. We want to hear from the community as this project evolves. But it does actually work. And we have a couple design partners using it in production right now, and you're going to be hearing from them later today. But it's really, really exciting that we're able to kind of enable these teams to move large production workloads like 100 DAGs in just a couple of days. And in order to take advantage of this feature, you don't really have to do very much work. Like I said, you don't have to modify your Airflow code at all. And on the Dagster side, it's really basically just a one-liner. You call this load assets from Airflow DAG function, you pass in your Airflow DAG, and you're off to the races. I'm not going to go into the details of how this is implemented and how you can use it. My colleagues Tim and Odette are going to be talking about that after this. But suffice to say, it's quite straightforward to implement this. And at the end of the day, you get every Dagster and Dagster Cloud feature for free with your existing Airflow code with no modification. So this includes our beautiful modern UI. This includes taking advantage of software-defined assets. You get fast local development, which is a common pain point in Airflow development. You can take advantage of our best-in-class testing capabilities. You can use branch deployments, get an ephemeral staging environment for every pull request if you're using Dagster Cloud. You get declarative scheduling. Dagster Cloud is also SOC 2 and HIPAA compliant. You can also take advantage of our hybrid cloud option where you run the compute inside of your own infrastructure and we just run the control plane. Or you can use our managed serverless cloud where we just run everything and you don't have to run any infrastructure at all. And finally, you get multiple isolated environments on a single instance. This is commonly cited as one of the reasons why people migrate to Dagster. And now you can do that without touching your Airflow code. Most importantly, this enables you to migrate your code incrementally over time. So you can lift and shift your Airflow DAG onto Dagster, and then over time you can kind of chip away at your DAG and migrate those individual tasks to software-defined assets or Dagster ops and jobs, depending on what paradigm fits your application. So this is a really important capability for organizations, and it really de-risks migrations. So you can lift and shift onto Dagster, start taking advantage of Dagster's features, and then over time, migrate that code when it makes sense to. You don't have to do it in one big shot. Thank you.